Chris Sorrow, 1-0 in his pro MMA career. He is the 2019 Northern New England Golden Gloves boxing champion. That, of course, is as an amateur. This is his BKFC debut, and Sorrow told me, my focus is not on MMA, it's not pursuing professional boxing, it is on being a champion in bare-knuckle fighting championship.
Well, once again, we talked about this earlier. He's a very motivated individual because he had the death of a close friend of his. He talks about it a lot. He's put it on his shirt. He becomes very emotional even when talking about it and thinking about this fight. He's going to have to do a good job of keeping his emotion in check when this fight comes, because you get out there and you get hit, you have to be calm or collected, cool. You can't go nuts out there or you'll gas out yourself out. I know it's only 2-minute rounds, but it's amazing how tired you get in the span of 10 minutes.
Sorrow being greased by the great Jacob Stitch Duran. Coincidentally, was in the quarter of KSI versus Logan Paul last week. I did watch that. I feel such shame. I
don't even know what you're talking about. I've heard about it. It's some YouTube personalities. I bet if you ask a 14-year-old kid, he'd know exactly who you're talking about. I don't know who you're talking about. No idea. They can't fight out of it.
A 14-year-old daughter and an 8-year-old daughter. They told me all about it. Stitch Duran with us tonight. Chris Sorrow feels that John McAlister is going to be extremely aggressive. He said, I have to keep him at the end of my jab. In the cruiserweight division, Chris Sorrow versus John McAlister.
Right here, I think the big difference is height advantage. Looks to be Chris Sorrow appears a taller guy, probably is going to have the length advantage right there. A little bit young, but the main thing is going to be that reach advantage.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the bare-knuckle cruiserweight division. Presented to you by 72hourprint.com, custom fighter apparel. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight, he wears blue trimmed in white. His official weight, 202.8 pounds. He holds a combined combat sports record of 3 professional fights. Fighting out of Follansbee, West Virginia. Here is John, the Great One, McAlister. And across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight, he wears gold trimmed in black. His official weight, 204.5 pounds. He holds an undefeated MMA record at 1-0. Please welcome the 2019 Northern New England Golden Gloves champion from Ellsworth, Maine, Chris Golden Gloves Sorrow. And our referee in charge of the action, Wayne Spinola.
Make no mistake, Sorrow wants an outside fight. McAlister wants an inside fight. Round number 1. Yellow trunks for Chris Sorrow, blue trunks for John McAlister.
I know one thing Sorrow said, he wants to land that big right hand. He wants to fake him out with a jab and come with the overhand right straight down the pipe sometimes.
Sorrow pumping the jab. You see him loading up the right hand. There's the right hand, counter right hand. Wow. Lands big from McAlister.
Jeez.
Definitely took Sorrow off his striking line.
McAlister does seem thrown off by the jab of Sorrow's right there. A lot of unnecessary head movement right there. I think that comes from a lack of experience, and he hasn't had that many fights professionally.
40 seconds gone, round number 1. Sorrow trying to be aggressive, but from range off the jab, lead left hook, overhand right.
McAlister's coming with that awkward movement. That overhand right is going to be there sometimes. When he ducks down to the right hand, he comes over top. So he's also got to be very careful keeping that left jab hand up.
McAlister, you can see him rolling the shoulder, looking for the level change, slipping that jab of Sorrow. Now waving him in is John McAlister to his opponent.
He wants him to come in so he can land that big overhand punch. Hopefully they've been watching the back and see that happens. Sometimes you're going to get knocked out.
Big overhand right, counter right hand, clutching his head, and down goes John McAlister.
I think that's the end of the night right there. He's not getting up, I don't think. That eye's hurting him badly.
He does not beat the 10 count, and the win with patience, with class, with power for Chris Sorrow.
Wow. I got to be honest with you. I've been hit by many. I don't want to get hit by either one of those guys. They look like they hit very hard. That was just, he clipped him in the eye, and you could tell it cut him open immediately, and he wanted nothing to do with that. Did McAlister. He did not want to get up. It hurt him bad. I don't know if he got poked kind of in the eye as he got hit. I'd have to watch the replay.
John McCarthy at his referee training seminars for MMA teaches referees, watch how a fighter falls. As you see the replay, watch how John McAlister falls. He clutches his face, he clutches his head.
He fell very hard. It wasn't even just like he fell. He like threw himself to the ground as he got hit. Grabbing that eye, the eye was in pain. So you could tell very quickly as he hit the ground and you get about the count of 5, he doesn't want anything to do with this fight. He doesn't want to stand up.
McAlister going face first on the mat, and that is never a good sign for the fallen fighter.
He's got a good little lack over his left eye right there where he got hit. But he gives us a thumbs up, so. Okay, a little replay here. Let's see what we have. That counter right hand. And you see, it didn't knock him down. He turned and fell down. Here it is again. Just a counter right hand as he was backing up. So, geez, that's him backing up. I'd like to see him hit coming forward.
Immediately, you see McAlister again clutching his face, clutching his head, going face first onto the canvas.
And it appeared that McAlister already had a cut over his left eye. That was from something before. I didn't even notice that punch landing, but he hit him. It was over his right, or in his right eye this time, and that was the one that ended the night.
Chris Sorrow said, I want a fast-paced start, but I still have to be smart. Mission accomplished.
Absolutely, yeah, he looked good in there, very calm, relaxed. He didn't worry about those overhand rights that were coming. He set up the